Welcome back to the Komon-Tok. My name is Kago. In this segment, we get very, very important issues for can discuss. The first thing first, we can talk about the first COVID confirmed case in the country and see if government get hand in this, if complacency is inside of government. Secondly, we talk about the video, the viral video by Her Excellency Fatima J, where a call for mob justice for people who sabotage the government. And thirdly, Salon don't lift the ban on pregnant school-going children. All this are the program and more. Now, we start with the first one first, when the coronavirus. This not any exaggeration. Any platform we tune in today, all man they talk about one thing, when the coronavirus. And this na global pandemic will wreak serious havoc on humanity. The world is in standstill. In fact, according to WHO, about over 823,626 confirmed cases. And the people who don't die globally, 40,598 cases, the death cases there. And the country and the territories where this sick don't affect now 206. Now, in West Africa, to be specific, now only one country not be affected when that's alone. Now, government be playing their own part. The president even go on a lunge, try for go do some form of preparation, early preparation. He visit 34 hospital. In fact, he even declare state of emergency for 12 months, at least for let come in, like we try for put a preventive measures. Schools and closed, mosques and closed, churches and closed. Stakeholders, the Minister of Health, everybody be playing your part for make at least we stand zero. Unfortunately, on Tuesday, the President announced very sad, terrible news. Now, let's listen quick and come back to the program proper.
I have called this press conference today to announce that Sierra Leone has registered its index case. Case number 1 is imported. I repeat, case number 1 is imported. He is a male, 37 years old, and came to Sierra Leone from France on Air Brussels flight on the 16th.
So, we don't hear from the president, where one salon person, 37 years old, from France, where Canada the country, March 16, then quarantine, other people they say they test her, other people they say they not test her. But of course now officially, this case don't become the number 1 case in the country. And we see some complacency there in government because from what you understand, about 400 people in the quarantine houses and different. But some of them people there, what you understand, only 40 to 50 they don't able to test. And we all be to see where via video be they go where health workers and be they go now, then quarantine places there, small good people are out of there. Endanger the country. And again, we also understand, so there is another second case. And this second case is not connected to the first case. For say by this person, the way church I know, this is different from the person. So you see how worried. So you don't see how important this issue is. Now, it's not about blaming anybody. The blame game is over. Now, this is not the time where we come together as a country. Support the government. Listen to what the government say. Civil society, the political parties, the APC, the SLPP, the NGC, the journalists, you and me, they listen. Everybody for come on board and first we come on enemy. When are the coronavirus? I want you to understand something very clear. The sick, you know, get respect, you know, get boundary, you know, the see color, you know, the serious, a day against humanity. The UK Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, it has positive. The overturned of England, where name for be next in line of succession, when Prince Charles, it has positive. We are celebrity. Idris Elba, it has positive. The Canadian Prime Minister, in wife, Justin Trudeau in wife, it has positive. The list goes on and on and on. For tell you say, you see how serious this day. And while we take this very serious, when we get Ebola 2014, Soriat organizations, country then, then support Salon with all with them car. And fortunately, we were able to conquer. Now, the thing don't turn, the table don't turn. Right now, the hits there now Europe. Very, very sad. The statistics there are alarming. People and they die in hundreds, thousands on a daily basis. So that make me for take this very, very, very serious. And now that we don't get at least this 1-2 cases that they tell for double effort, they listen the message often and again. Lord, we remind ourselves, we remind first. Not the time for say this message we don't hear. No, we don't hear it until we conquer. Now for push the program a little bit, we talked to we sister when a Sierra Leonean American professor where instead don't do a lot of research in the medical field. Recently visit Salon, try for go see whose area that within charity, try for go see go at least help as a professional. And so today on the program, it will come tell you small again. There are a few questions that we ask. Of course, the general questions then for a recap, let we understand what's in coronavirus, how it will affect we, and we understand say, we go tell we better say, this disease now a connected respiratory. And from what you understand, the respiratory system will not get in that country. So we ask, if are there any alternative way with people just in case, because we need to prepare for the worst. Because there's no denying of the fact that yes, of course, the sick don't can Salon. And we'll try to understand and ask if the airborne disease, if this some airborne disease, as they ask, all of this, we go listen and we will come back and push the program a little bit.
Whether it's the Fofana guy, verify information before you put people into panic. Now, just to close, proper hand washing, therefore be with friend for the rest of this. Back, let me just reverse a little bit to the COVID-19 positive patients who will get. I want Alma to recognize this guy in effort where he make. This not a guy where they quarantine for 14 days and after 14 days they release him. On his own, he decides, say, I'm not feeling good, and he forgets further testing. Probably don't have to expose his family or expose any other person other than, the people that we don't interact with now in quarantine center. This guy take himself and get checked out and get admitted. We get for commending effort. That's a true Sierra Leonean. That's what you self need for do. If you feel symptoms then, we don't mention cough, fever, shortness of breath, call you local number where they give una for call and tell them that they feel this thing and so. If you get a travel history, you tell them about your travel history. Make them come rule out COVID-19. So that way you don't go spread this disease further. Imagine Salon, we are so close. We they live side by side, packed upon packed on each other. If this thing enter and spread, it's gonna be a big problem. Now, a lot of people might not therefore even know say they get time, they might get mild, moderate symptoms, but think about the people that we're vulnerable, like the people that we get sickness already, diabetes, cancer, any respiratory disease, how much impact this will get on them. A lot of them people that are not get for survive, and then people that might be your family, might be your neighbor, might be somebody you know. So you get for the own part as a patriotic Sierra Leonean for protect yourself, your family, your neighbor, and your community and Sierra Leone as a whole. That's what you need for do. So now, just to go back on hand washing, proper hand washing. I see this thing, the Veronica bucket where people then get. If you open this bucket, take and say now you dirty, and now you take for open this bucket. So you already know say that bucket they in pump aid contaminated. You don't wash your hand with soap. You don't give a friction. Back of your hand. You thumb, you nails them. You don't sing yourself happy birthday. You don't wash your hand for 20 seconds. You run the water, come out, pull all that dirty, all that bacteria. Now your hands then clean. Once you go back and turn that pump aid, now you don't dirty that hand. Remember that dirty hand we can open the pump with? Now you don't collect that bacteria at the back with your clean hand. So the best way for do, I know say most of them come and they don't get paper towel. I experience the same thing. So most of the time I resort to using my hand sanitizer unless my hands then visibly swell. And they wash them, then I use the hand sanitizer. So if you get hand sanitizer on top of the soap and water, then if you don't get paper towel, you lock the pump, just sanitize, or just not wash and use the sanitizer. Make sure say you get every part of your hand, you know. But if you don't wash your hand, now you come back, you touch that pump plate, your hand don't dirty, that is not proper hand washing. And if you wash your hand without soap, that's not proper hand washing. Waiting they care go the bacteria, they wipe them off. Now the soap where they put water, soap and friction and the time. So you put soak your hand, put your soap, make sure you get everywhere, wash them, take paper towel, dry them. If you get that paper towel there or tissue, you lock the pump, you work out. That's proper hand washing. Or use the hand sanitizer, you know, until it dry. Make sure you get every part of your hand. That's very important. Another thing what I see people and they do where I think it's horrible is that they wear gloves. Some people then take and say, "Why don't wear gloves? I'm protected." Oh my God, you gloves them considered as your hands them. The same way they treat you hand, that's so you they treat you gloves. Meaning, if you glove when you wear them, you touch any surface, you touch anything, that means they them gloves and they need for come out, they don't contaminated. If in your hand, that means your hand for be washed or you for use hand sanitizer. But people that they wear gloves, you go na the markets, them or grocery store, they use that same hand they with that same gloves they pass grocery from different people and take money, take card, take money, take card, pass grocery, touch this in grocery, touch them face, touch them body.
So we don't listen. So now that make this, we will take this message seriously. We will push ourselves, faithful or come together as a family, we fight and conquer. And I know since alone are resilient people. We don't conquer the war. We conquer Ebola, we conquer the mudslide, and this, if we team up together, we use the past experiences with we all support, and definitely we will conquer this coronavirus. Now, we move again from this topic. We come to another very important topic. We're also connected to coronavirus, where a video will go viral by Her Excellency Fatima J, the First Lady in the country, will be released. I'm fortunate for listening to the video from where it starts on to the end. In the video, it starts very good. Talk about frustration. You know, you see the way they articulate it, they see the bitterness. You see how they present the thing with format. There are people in salon people in there. Not a foreigner or salon people in. We get the heart for sell the country for cocoa, but for nothing. Especially in the borders. When they don't close the border, there are people who need smuggle. Can you send at the country then? Take bribe 50, 100,000. And just like I mentioned, this sick, we don't understand. Even the white man, they will get everything. Then get technology, then get scientists and best doctors, everything. Then still not even understand this sick. They not even understand. So if we they expose yourself for 100,000, 200,000 somebody buying, this now the highest level of ignorance, because we probably don't know which we do. Alright, so a month forward, after all of this, to the 13 minutes and above, they talk about mob justice. Mob justice. In the event somebody sabotage the government.
On your best. And then we tell the one the way that they sabotage, what they do say. If we catch you now, would they begin the mob justice now? Would they beat you on a public? We make a all man who say now una bad habits more time and they won't know the change. Corruption just chronic on a body to a point where una not sappy when for do good and when for.
And then for beat the people and even make a threat that is getting young people with the son of them quarantine home for see, you know. And first now try to understand what's not mob justice, because the gravity of this word makes some of us say no, we need to say something about this. Now let's define them quick. Now we go to Wikipedia. Now, what's not mob justice? Mob justice is when a person suspected to be a criminal is beaten by a group of people or crowd with clubs, stones, machetes, or anything they can lay their hands on. In some cases, the alleged criminal dies in the process due to excessive beating, or they are set on fire using old car tires and fear. And it's also called instant justice. It's also called jungle justice. And which side is they happen? What's not the reason? Rule of law don't broke at the country. State of emergency go there will be say recklessness they take place. The justice system no they work, delay in a court, police and all they, you know, like now like a field state then they prevail upon. And on the contrary, Salon we still maintain the rule of law. Things and still they move away. The justice system they work, the police and work, the courts and they work, everything else. So for call for mob justice, This is really unfortunate. Unhelpful, hurtful, disrespectful, in any way you want to look at her. These are the last time this way, this are not the moment this way, we need any kind of statements here. For God's sake. We talk about people, we talk about unity. These are the last time this. What do we expect from the First Lady in a message of unification? Bring all people in together. Despite with differences, we come together, in fact, we become an enemy. Whether you be Team Nimende, Liba, Krio, APC, SLPP, NGC, whatever party, we come together. These are the messages. And it's almost impossible. It's impossible for you rule a country when I divided nation. Science, not a for do this. Magic, not a for play on this, except unity. Now, if look at the word say all way we try to understand, it means like in this case, even if they suspect you, then forbid you with stock cutlass, chop you, and we all know witnesses. We know what happened during the Ebola war. Now, for Prof say we all important, and Lord with the men who were particularly political actors, particularly influential people like you, just in case you're fortunate or by a chance you listen this. Now the fact that right now they live as a family, we live as a body. Now make small parable what people and people. The body parts there, they argue about themselves. The hand they argue say, now they feed the mouth, and important parts the mouth. The mouth they say, but come on, boy, you funny. If I'm not sweller, you don't go and IG for it. And the eye they say, but who's on come but if I not see, I'll not go it. The foot they say, come if I not work, I'll not go. The nose say, but if I not smell, I'll not go able to confirm for say this is sweet food or this is not sweet food. All the organs them. The internal organs, the liver, the teeth, until when the waist one talk. The waist say, me self important, oh, come on, everybody begin shout. You not talk, you not talk, you not talk. So, what did the waist do? Now he set months for 3 days. We all know what it happen if you waist set months for 3 days. Then come, they begin bigger. The hand, they bake the waist. The mouth, they bake the waist. The teeth, they bake the waist. The eye, they bake the waist. We people and they're very smart. What does this mean? A parable, but it means that we're all important. In a society, we live as a family, we live as a system. 2 or more components come together for achieve a system. The body, they live as a system. We all important. You don't go say the hand value pass the foot. No, you go say the foot value pass the eye. No, we all important. And I make at this time a solace message. Message of unity, unification. We all for team up. Why? Because it's a crucial time. We all need each other. You don't know whether you go hurt. And some of these, there are people that were ready for take this face value. Cause me in particular, that makes some of you be cautious. Say the 12-month state of emergency is carried, especially if you do not define the process. If you don't, therefore, don't make an intermittently 3 months, 6 months. Of course, it don't become a law. It will be parliamentarians that don't approve it. But this is really scary for let we read the message and say probably more justice. You know, you cannot threaten adults. You know they threaten them. You know they work. And I want you to remember, just in case you listen to this, 10 years back, if somebody be tell you, say, you go see Doyanda, you go say, well, come on, you're not a joker. But it's true. Yeah, there you are now. You see Doyanda comfortably. And people will be there under yesterday back. And yourself, indeed, not just a matter of time. 5, 10 years, you're gone. And the legacy way you go left, now you go make people encounter you as person where at least for remember positively. And you never know how the thing will come out. And then videos there, then they're on the record. You don't know. So that makes sometimes they can say, do not trust your tongue when your heart is bitter. Never, never. So, my recommendation to the First Lady, from what me listen as Sicilians, he get the passion for the country, he really wants Sicily this they follow the rules, it's just that the manner in which it present the message, it be wrong. It be wrong and it lost out of control. So, my suggestion, my recommendation, without any ego at church, come online, apologize to the Salon people generally, retract the statement, put a unification message for the country's sake, accept otherwise. Invite all stakeholders, all the political parties, talk to them in that kind of way, and let we work as a family and fight with common enemy. However, this is not a compulsory for law taker. It just not just for your consideration. Because sometimes you will get people over there near you, where even if you call as advisors them, then go pick and cherry who's doing true for the tell you, because and also probably if they tell you this, it might hurt you, and probably you might ask them out. And we all know them privilege and they not everybody get mind for tell the empress in naked. So me family, this is very serious and it's scary at this time. Do ya we repeat, this sick is very serious. Lord, we not tired for listening the message here. Lord, we not tired for do what the professionals and they tell me. Lord, we not tired for listening what the WHO they say. And I feel say yes, we are resilient people. We go must conquer this. Now we go to the last item in the program. If we remember back immediately after the Ebola be done, 2015, we get a lot of school going picking them. Then we get better. Where government they ban them from attending school. Some Soyat organizations, civil society, and some people there then go lay complain and take this case and carry on ECOWAS courts. This court, the regional court, where they oversee some human rights violations. Now, the courts they present a judgment say the government of Sierra Leone right for ban them here because of the human rights and this and that, and government be attacked. So these are good news. Why this not good then? Because if you look at the nature of this case, them here some of them don't lost in parents there. So if you can't deprive them from attending school further, then we don't make they don't get double jeopardy. And the only possible way remain for us now the Salon people in future, because we will get the parts there, we'll get people there where we contribute less to society, then we'll just onboard them. So now a very, very good, now welcoming trend, and sometimes, yes, indeed, it's very nice for lobby give people a second chance, because it's possible for at least changes in car and let them be a positive people. So I will tap here, me people, the message is clear. Now follow the steps that lay out clear to me, and now we know say yes, it is the COVID-19 coronavirus. If we are, do your best for prevent yourself. So until then, I tap here and I tell you plenty. Thank you. Yourself for the listen. You get a word for play. You can share this message so that the next person over there will get her. Until then, my name is Mohamed Kago. Goodbye.